Hello there everyone, this is SoulSuper17 here, and let me prove as usual did not Twitter, not paid video. Alright, okay. I did not get enough sleep last night, and I'm kind of rushing this now because I kept on being interrupted by my freaking annoying family. Mostly my father. He keeps on freaking calling me, and I don't want to be bothered though. I woke up around 10 something, and this is a very annoying day. It hasn't even been 2 to 3 hours, and I woke up. Yes, this is be rough. So last time we left off in this series, and Haku saves Zabuza. Naruto doesn't believe that was, he's dead. So yeah. So let's just get into this freaking video. Alright, I don't care. I'm not saying the name, but it's just Naruto Echo Sans Powers Part 3. Alright, so yeah. So Tazuna walks into his house. He says, I'm home, and then, his daughter comes over, and then she asks, she says, Father, Father, I'm so glad you're home. And then he says, all because of these ninjas, especially this guy, as he points over to Naruto. He's saying he's really amazing. He has this weird type of jutsu and all that. And Naruto just shrugs it off, goes like, it's alright. I just do what I do. So yeah. So, they get shown the rooms. Naruto says to himself, I'm gonna sleep outside. I can't sleep in the trees, so I gotta sleep on the roof. I can at least jump high. Wait, no. I can't sleep in the trees. I just smiles because he remembers his gaster blasters. And his telekinesis. Well, his telekinesis because he's able to float up then. So yeah. Or use the hands as a step ladder to go up to the trees. So he just, that night, Kakashi explained what they're gonna do tomorrow. Tree walking, then maybe water walking, and then taijutsu, fight. And so, what happens is, Naruto grabs his blanket and just goes outside, goes up to the tree with the gaster blaster and sleeps. And people wake up, they wonder if Naruto's already awake, but they don't see the blanket, so, they go outside. Siren just goes outside, gets some fresh air. She sees Naruto in the tree. And she thinks to herself, really? Really? He sleeps up there. Whatever. She just says, Naruto! Naruto! And he goes, 5 more minutes. And he's just drooling. She goes, Naruto, if you don't wake up, I will come up there and beat you. And he goes, huh? Siren? Alright, give me a minute. And then he just rolls over. She goes, Naruto! She shouts. As all of a sudden, he just when he was falling, it was like he was gonna go head first down to the ground, and then he just moves his body to land on his feet, and he just yawns while holding the blanket. He goes like, alright, let's go in. And she's just thinking, is he, I don't know. I'm just, it's too early for this. So yeah. So they go and eat. They during the tree walk in. Sakura still gets, past easily, while Siren and Naruto don't. But here's the thing. Naruto is taking his time, making sure that he gets the flow of his chakra, understands how much it is he's putting in, and all that. So he keeps on decreasing it every time he makes a break in the wood, in the tree. And so, Siren then, goes over to Naruto, asks, how's he doing this? And, so he just explains it to her. She goes, I'll try the exact same thing. And in a matter of 2 to 3 hours, 2 hours, they get it down. They pass. Then Kakashi says, good, now we can get water walking down. So they do water walking. Sakura still the same, passes with ease, but Naruto and Siren takes only 3. And then then they're doing taijutsu for the rest of the day. And well, um, hold on one. All right, but anyways, so Sakura needs a very big boost. So so Kakashi says, "All right, here's the thing, Sakura, you got no technique, you don't know anything. So you have book smarts, but you're not battle smarts, and you got no like at all motive to train, in which that is a bad thing. So we're gonna work on that right now." As Sakura says, "But Kakashi Sensei," and he just says, "No, just no. You're training now." And she looks at Siren and goes, "Sasuke, help me!" And Siren goes like, "Nope." And she looks at Naruto. Naruto just says, "If you need help and you feel sore from your muscles, I can just heal you just to make so that way you can just feel better." And she looks at Naruto like, "You're a lifesaver," and he just basically just says that. And he goes like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't push it. You're lucky you're my teammate. If you weren't and you basically died, I wouldn't have cared. But since you're my teammate, I don't want you to die. So you're lucky." Which she just flat out lying. He wouldn't want her to die, even though he hates her. But she is so shocked by that. And then she asks, "So why do you hate me?" And then he just says, "Really?" Like, before she went to go Kashi on training. She asks, "Why do you hate me, Naruto, now?" And he goes, "Really? You're really gonna ask that? Hmm. How about all the times where I didn't do nothing wrong? You punched me. Or I was then called useless or annoying. And, or you just flat out ignored me. Let's focus more on Siren or should I say Sasuke at the time." And, yeah, I did almost everything. I tried to do a lot of things for you. And yet, you didn't notice me. I just realized that, and I hated you after that. Well, not to the point where I want you dead, so yeah, you're lucky. As she just kind of like feels a little bit like hurt because now she's starting to remember all the times when Naruto did do something for her. And let's just say Naruto did do a lot of things. Like somehow on her, like when there was like when no one couldn't come to her birthday, Naruto just came by her house, and you know when she was like 8, her parents didn't mind Naruto, but they know about the Nine Tails, and they were, let's just say, they were like a little bit smarter in this one, so they they just asked like the Hokage straight up, and he said yes. They're like, "All right, that's it. That's all we want to know." And they said, "Are you gonna tell them?" And we're like, "Nope." And then they just leave. So yeah, when Naruto bought her a present, Sakura saw him at the door, and let's just say Naruto just said, "Oh, he was just stopping and asking like for they had like any medicine or band aids because I got beat up again by the villagers." And Sakura says, "Just go away, Naruto," and she closes the door right in front of his face. And Naruto just smiled and then frowned and leaves. While Naruto's mother saying that's not nice of you, and all that, and she was like holding the present right behind her, well, right behind her back, as Sakura says, I don't want him over here. He's just useless." And that's it. Like that's all she says. So then a couple of hours later, there was like no like tag on the present. So when Sakura realized no one was coming to her birthday party, some like Sakura's mom gave her a present. And well, this present was something she said she wanted. and Naruto legit bought her it. And she were only like 8 or 9, so yeah. And Naruto did that for her, and she basically kind of asked him, "Did you buy me a present when I was 8 or 9? When we were like 9 years old?" Yeah, when no one's at your birthday party that one time. She just gasped, and yeah. So Siren just laughs at that. Siren does not laugh. She just said, "How could you slam the door right in front of Naruto?" And Sakura goes like, "What do you mean?" So she just grabs Naruto, and they just walk away. And Kakashi thinks to himself, "Does Siren like Naruto? Nah, nah, no. Wait, hmm, maybe." As he just kind of thinks about what happened if they had kids, and he just thinks, and he just says, "Okay, that'll be an overpowered thing." So yeah, so no one, Siren and Naruto get a little bit of ways from, Sakura Kakashi. He goes, "Siren, what's wrong?" And she just says, "It's nothing." She, but inside she felt a little hurt that Sakura would do that to him. And she just asked, Sarah just asked him, "Why do you be nice to people all the time, even though when they don't really deserve it?" It's easy. I don't want people to be treated like they're nothing, even if I am treated by them. That's just how I am. So it's just normal for me. And then she just thinks herself, "That's stupid." So they start. Sarah just turns around, and just says, "All right, let's start, training the taijutsu." So this happens for the next couple of days, and during one day while Siren and Naruto were training, you know, Siren. Well, after they ended, Naruto says he's just gonna take a nap real quick. She can head back. So yeah, so he does take a nap, and during this nap, he meets somebody else. Well, he goes into his mindscape, but then he meets somebody. Somebody new. Somebody that looks somewhat similar to him, but not really. As, Kurama says, "It can't be." As then he goes, "Yo, Nine Tails, it's been a long time since I've seen you." And he goes, "Ashura, how long has it been?" He just smiles, and he goes, "It's been too long." As Naruto and G just says, "Who the heck are you?" He goes, "Oh, I'm Ashura, the the Sage of Six Path's son. Well, at least one of them." And he goes, "Wait, so why are you here?" Naruto just asks. He goes, "Oh, you're my reincarnation. I see how determined you've been. Well, I see how you've been and stuff, and I thought maybe I should reveal myself to you, and well, help you out with your training. You see, we both have bad chakra control, so it's because of me." And then it's also a bigger thing because of the Ninetales here. Well, Kurama. And I believe Ashura would know, Kurama's, name. So yeah, so that's what I'm saying. But anyways, Naruto goes like, "So you're here to help me?" He goes, "Yep." He's curious about his soul. As in, it's red. Basically when they bring up the eye, he does like the soul magic and, well, no, he just makes his eye, and then like he's able to see his soul. And he goes, "Huh, determination." And then G sees it, like does exactly the same thing with the eye, as then he sees red too. He goes like, "So wait, that means you have kindness, justice, hatred, and determination." As Naruto goes, "What do you mean? If he's a part of you, you have that automatically. Since you are the reincarnation of him." And he goes, "Then why doesn't it show?" As then Naruto brings out his soul, as then all of a sudden he's starting to see it change. You know, whatever that was hatred. I think I made like Naruto's soul was turned into hatred, but then it now it's changing to red, and he's like, "What the?" And he feels a whole new surge of power. Basically, he goes, "Huh, wow." I have no idea what this is. Is this like some new jutsu or something? As G explained who he is and where he came from and all that, and about magic and stuff. He goes like, and Ashura is just amazed by this. He goes, my reincarnation got such a cool power. I mean, cool abilities and now. And he just said, as Naruto just says, yeah. So, how's this gonna work? And basically, Kurama just says, kid, do you think you can merge your souls together just like you did with G, with mine? He goes, what? He goes, I'm trapped inside of you. So, would it be possible for you to take like part of my soul, the soul that I have, which he basically brings up and says it's justice and hatred. He goes, I don't know. I don't know, Kurama. So, I mean, what is Forchi? He goes, well, if you do that, then Kurama will be a part of you completely, and you would probably be just like him. Merging one's soul together means, well, you become them. So it's not best idea. But you can have a link with him. He goes, what? It's called a soul link. I basically thought about this idea already. I thought, maybe Naruto could probably, use this. So I tinkered around with my magic, and I thought, yeah, this could probably work. But no, your soul and his will be linked together. But if one of you dies, the other one doesn't. It just allows you to use the other's attributes of one's soul. That's all. It's so that's why it's called a soul link. Nothing more, nothing less. Just the attributes are being used. So basically, anything from the justice would be a part, will be able Naruto be able to use, and the hatred. Probably just way more power and more bloodthirsty. So Naruto says, I can live with that. So then Ashura decides to have Naruto train in his chakra control a lot more, like while he's in his head, and while that is happening, G is connecting Naruto's soul with Kurama's, and he's starting to feel a lot more powerful. But he needs to train it. And I'm staying with the Justice. I need to see it real quick. Hold on. Yeah, I couldn't find it, but anyway, so he's just kind of learning a few little tricks that he can do with the Justice, magic from this, for Kurama, and he learns that he makes energy like weapons. So he thinks, maybe I can. As then next he makes like chains, and well, he brings out like a gun. Basically, he goes like, huh? He goes, as then not Gas, G says, oh, that's pretty useful, but you probably won't, it won't hurt no one. It'll hit somebody, and then anything that they happen, like your karma effect, will still happen. But it'd probably be a little. But the karma effect would probably lessen. By that I mean like the bullet from the the justice part of someone's soul. It's way more potent than karma effect. So yeah, plus I can do like a lot of damage to somebody's soul too. So be careful. He knows right. So he starts working on his chakra control too, and he teaches him. Well, Ashura teaches Naruto a few things. He teaches him like some old techniques of the Sage of Six Paths, along with how to form just wind style jutsus, because that's what he's gonna be good at. So he gets a little bit more jutsus and such, and then he gets a better connection with Karama. So yeah, and then this was like a 2 hour nap, so Simon was a little bit worse. So she came out, and when she sees Naruto sitting in exactly the same spot, she sees him just drooling, but at the same time looking so peaceful. And then he goes, "No, no more." Eh. And that's it. And she just laughs. So she decides to go down and, well, lay down next to him. And then a few minutes pass. He wakes up. He sees Siren just sleeping. And he goes, "How long have I been asleep?" And then he looks at the sky. He goes, well, he's looking at the sky. He goes like, "Oh, probably about like 2 hours to 15 minutes." And then when he's about to like get up, but he feels something like right next to him. He puts his head to the side and he sees Simon. He goes like, "All right, that's I just should." And he says to out loud, says, "Should I wake her? Or should I just let her sleep? Or should I just take a shortcut?" As then started, starting to waking up, he was like, "Crap! I know I'm gonna get slapped." Here we go. As he just getting ready for it, as then she goes, "Oh, wake! You're awake, sleepyhead." And he goes like, yeah. Sorry about that." And she just says it's no problem. She just saw him like sleeping, so she decided to lay down next to him, and then, well, she was tired, so she decided, sleep too. And he's like, "Okay, but why are you so near me?" He just says, "I don't want to put my head on the ground. I need a pillow. Your arm was there." So he just says to himself, "Okay, she got me there." G's laughing, Kurama's laughing. Ashura just says, "Wait, no, it can't be." Yeah, if you guys don't know, I'm making still Siren being it's like female Sasuke, but still the reincarnation of Indra. So yes, she's still gonna be power hungry near the end, but the only difference is there's gonna be a slight difference in Shippuden. So I'm not gonna say what, but yeah. But anyways, so as they just talking a little bit, they get up and they're just walking back. Naruto and Sasuke meet. No, not Sasuke. Siren meets Haku. Haku meets them, and basically Haku just says exactly the same thing like what he said to Naruto in canon. So Siren just says she thought she didn't have no one less to protect, and but now she does. I mean, she does though, and this is catching Naruto's eye. Well, just him looking at her a little bit, and with a grin, he goes like, "Oh, who's the lucky guy?" And her face goes a little bit red. She goes, "No one, no one in particular." He goes, "Is it someone I know?" She goes, "Maybe." He goes, and he knows it's like, well, is it Shikamaru? He says, and he says with a grin, but she says, "No, idiot." And, she just walks away. He just starts laughing. I have a feeling it's me. Yeah. So, yeah. So after Haku just was like confused about the relationship, and he goes, "Are you?" He goes, "No, we're just friends." But hey, he can turn to something else. Anyways, nice meeting you again. And Haku says, "We just met." He goes like, "Yeah, the guy with the mask saving Zabuza thing. Nice going. But your voice plus your soul wave matches, so I could tell." And he just walks away. Haku is a little bit, terrified of this, but yeah. He goes to Zabuza, saves, well, he, just helps heal him. Naruto caught up to Siren, and they get back. Sakura says, "Sasuke, I was wondering where you were." And Siren just says, "For the last time, it's Siren, and I'm a girl." And then Taza just been like wondering, why does every single time she always says that? And then Kakashi says, "Oh, she's in denial. She's been in love with like a persona version of Siren that she basically used the transformation jutsu to turn herself into a guy and to a male version of herself. And basically, let's just say this: every girl was a fan. So in their class, so as soon as they found out she was a girl, Sakura was the only one who can't accept it. As Naruto just says, yeah, and it sometimes is hilarious. As Siren just yells at him, says, "You try to deal with a freaking annoying girl all this time. Then you tell me about how funny it is." As Naruto says, I kind of do. I know how it is. I mean, I did have a crush on her once, remember? She was, yeah, true. And she goes, "Sasuke, what do you mean I'm annoying?" He was like, she just says basically, "You are annoying." And then walks away. And Sakura starts crying, goes like, ah, "Sakura, just accept it. Sasuke is not real. It's Siren." And he just walks in the direction of where Siren went. So yeah, Siren's just a little bit pissed. And then he just says, you can't be, you don't have to be a little bit, I mean, it's alright to be a little bit mean to her, but not that mean. And she just says, "I don't care. Anyways, let me go to bed." And you just slept a few minutes ago on my arm. And she goes, "So? I'm still tired." He was like, "Whatever. Night, Siren." She goes, "Night, Naruto." But, she was like already laying down when she said that, and let's just say she had a grin on her face. And Naruto just says, "Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you something. Tomorrow, Zabuza's gonna be, well, in a couple of days, Zabuza's gonna be at the bridge, so be ready." And she goes, "What?" She got up and says that. He goes, "I'll tell Kakashi." So, yeah. So, he does, and then we're skipping to a couple days later. Naruto made shadow clones. So, they're protecting, Tazana's family. As one of them to the bridge, they see, Zabuza and Haku. And Naruto goes, "I figured you two were. I figured you were alive, Zabuza, Demon of the Mist." And he goes, "You got lucky, kid." He goes, "Yeah, luck isn't what matters here. I'm just awesome." He just says. I think it was like, whatever. He goes, "Haku, prepared, to take out those two." As he points to Sakura and Siren, as says, "I'll take on the kid." As Kakashi gets in and says, "No, your fight's with me." And Naruto just says, "Guys, let me handle this. I can get these both of them." And he's like, "What the?" Zabuza says that. Haku doesn't know, but Siren, Kakashi, and Sakura were told about Naruto's a few new abilities. And he goes, and then he just says, "It's a beautiful day outside. Birds are singing, flowers are blooming. And well, on days like this, ninjas like you should be burning in hell." As in his eyes are glowing. Basically, his eyes are glowing green. Well, it's a mixture. One eye's between green, orange, and red, which is a weird color. Another one's yellow and black. So he goes, "What the?" As then all of a sudden, basically, red energy is starting to come out of nowhere. Like it's going onto like I'm giving him where he can use the determination and start using it like somewhat similar to Asta, but it's more of a, how can I say this? It's more of an energy based one. So he can literally do say like Dragon Ball Z Ki Blast, but it's more like he then when he shoots it, he then can make it turn to something else. And then he can also use it to ride or turns into a shield or a sword. So yeah. So basically, he has it, and it just like forms a dome around them, which Siren just pounding on and says, "Naruto, what are you doing?" I was like, "Don't worry, I'll be fine." Besides, it's just gonna be a skeleton of fun. As she goes, "Really? You're making bad puns now?" He goes, "What? I mean, I just need to rattle something up a little bit." She goes, "You make the worst timing for puns." And he just says, "Yeah. Anyways." I just looks at them and goes like, "This is gonna be too easy." Well, actually, no. This is gonna be just way too much fun. A skeleton of fun. And then, Haku just kind of snickered at that underneath his mask, though. And Zawa just says, "I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna kill you." Basically. But on the actually deep down side, he doesn't want to kill Naruto. He actually, during the time of his recovery, he actually did find Naruto interesting. So yeah. So basically, Zabuza makes the mist thicker around in the dome, as Naruto's not able to see, but he's able to get the soul wing length. So he's able to track Zabuza, as then he just suddenly he just basically makes yellow chains go all through from the determination. He then brings out yellow chains as they all go around everywhere with shackles, as it just it catches Haku, and then Zabuza is able to cut free of one, but Naruto didn't know this. G didn't even know this either. Naruto doesn't just the justice soul. He doesn't just he can't deal out punishment with because of the karma effect. He actually sees who he has who has died by his hands, or who was innocent and such, and who has died. And for some weird reason, Zabuza does not have that many people that were innocent that he killed. They were many corrupted people, many, forced times where he had to basically kill someone when he was younger. And which surprised G and everyone, surprised G and Kurama. So he says, "So this is what my soul power can do, huh?" And Jesus says, "Yeah, pretty interesting." And basically, Naruto just says, "Wow, you had a crappy life." And Zabuza goes, "What do you mean?" He was like, "Well, killing your own classmates just to survive. Then you go about working for a village who just, some people was like a killed or be killed village, so you did anything wrong? You did, right?" As always just says, "Shut it." And then just goes, "Alright. Well then. Hope you don't mind." As then next thing the chains just start pulling them out, as then Naruto just says, "Gaster blasters." And there's multiple, there's a few of them, as it just goes flying right towards them. As then he just summons out the hands, and then they go over and they just shoot their own energy blast at them. Haku is able to make an ice mirror, goes right through the chain of justice. The chain from the justice breaks, and Naruto knows what Haku had, and he basically hasn't really done anything too bad. So he's thinking to himself, these guys aren't bad people. They're just trying to survive. I'm not gonna kill them. And G says that's a good thing. So right when Zabuza, he lets go of the chains and the dome comes off, and then the mist that was all condensed in there just spreads out, and it's what the? As all of a sudden Naruto just says, he does one of the jutsus where Ashura showed him. He goes, "Wind style, Gale Force Wall." As I know what you guys are thinking. Yes, if you guys know where that's from, yes. But this is the Naruto version of it. And Naruto basically slams his hand onto the ground as chakra starts the form of it starting to swirl, as in basically a tornado starts to appear out of nowhere. And then in that span of a few short minutes, everything just goes like everything, like all the like the fog disappear, and then Naruto just sees Zabuza and he goes like, "What the?" As Yokashi says, "Wait, that was an old jutsu." As Naruto then, like, I'm not gonna say he found out from Ashura, even though his element was wind, he had also water and earth. So he then says, "Water style, water dragon jutsu," as then all of a sudden a water dragon appears. And then, he did know he could use Earth style, but he did not know how much affinity he had with it. So he has 3 different attributes: fire, earth, fire, wind, earth, and water. So yeah. So, it somehow works for him. And then, well, Naruto basically made an earth wall right behind, an earth wall right behind Haku. So that way, when Zabuza get hit by the water dragon, Eiko goes flying right into Haku, and yeah, so they get hit. Haku's mask break. Naruto just says, "All right, I'm done playing around," and he's just walking over slowly to them. And during this time, I forgot to mention, Karama has given him a little bit more of his chakra, or say the ability to use more, as he's finding Naruto's strength being, physically, he is strong, but he is also weak. But Naruto has been training his body a while now, so he's given him a little bit more. As then his magical abilities is off the charts, and he finds Naruto even more interesting. So what happens is, when he gets over to Haku and Zabuza just looks at Naruto. As Naruto just had the eyes already closed, as then all of a sudden when he opens them, it's not this eye. No, it's basically the Kurama eyes. And he just says, "You really want to mess with me any longer? If you don't want to die, surrender. This is your only option." As Haku just holds on to Zabuza's arm, and Zabuza can feel Haku trembling. So he goes, we surrender. As he goes, "Good." As Zabuza doesn't know why he's saying this, just on impulse. He knows when he's gonna die. He knows this kid was holding back now. So, as Kakashi says, "Naruto, what are you doing?" He goes I've found out some stuff. So, honestly, this is we don't need to kill them. They're too good of ninjas. So, how about we just leave them alive? Also, I do want to test out my swordsmanship on him. He goes, "Wait, what?" As then all of a sudden, he basically just makes a shortcut for a sword to appear. It was "Yeah, I didn't forget I had this. I just didn't want to bring it out. I made this go back home, so yeah." And then, so Zabuza says, "Well, no one's alright, let's have a little, duel." As in, they start the duel with the swordsmanship real quick, and for the past, 10 minutes, Zabuza says, "Everything sucks with you on that." He goes, "Yeah, true. So can you just teach me how to do swordsmanship?" He goes, "Well, I can teach you how to wield a sword and how to, make a style, but I can't, help you because of my sword's bigger, heavier than yours and such. I'm more of a heavy swordsman person." He goes, "Alright. At least I just get some sort of sword training." And then Gado's appears. Gado says exactly the same. Well, Gado says, "Hey, why you two aren't dead yet? I don't know why. How's that Brad able to take you guys down? And I wasn't going to pay you guys and all that. And he's just saying you guys were worthless anyways. I was just going to kill you at the end of this if you two survived." And then Naruto just says, "I don't care about this guy." So he just looks at Kakashi. He goes, "Can I?" Zawa says, "No, allow me." And then Naruto says, "Nah, some swordsman practice." And then Naruto basically just blitzes, right towards them. Cyberman just "What the?" As then what happens is Naruto just basically starts to use the sword, starts hacking and slashing. And then all of a sudden, so he's gonna cut out a few people, and then all of a sudden, Naruto gets pierced right into the stomach. As then another one pierces him, basically, and it's like, basically they ripped out their spears out of him, and he goes down on the ground. Siren's like, just crying. She awakens the two Tomoe. No, it was so much pain because she actually realized she was actually starting to have feelings for Naruto. So no, it's just not knowing she was starting to have feelings. No, she had feelings for Naruto, but she couldn't like accept it because of her whole entire Itachi thing. So it was like, she just sees that another person she cared about died, unlocks her three Tomoe Sharingan. Then all of a sudden, poof. And as Naruto says, huh, so, that's what would happen if I ever acted like an idiot. Cool. I was smart enough to do that. As, Siren looks at Naruto, so does Sakura, Kakashi, Haku, and Zabuza, and everyone else from like Gato, even Gato himself is looking and goes like, "What?" They goes like, "Yeah, I ain't an idiot." He says. He goes. Also, I didn't know if I was actually gonna be able to like beat Haku and Zabuza at once. I mean, he says I didn't know if I was able to beat those two. He says I knew I could have took out Zabuza, just not that other guy in the mask, which is, he said, your name was Haku, so Haku takes off the mask, and well, what happens is, Kakashi says, "So wait, you mean?" He goes, "Yeah, I made a shadow clone. I made actually three. Two were protecting Tazuna's family, and one I made before after I said, hey, I just need to go over there and just use the restroom before the fight, so I made a shadow clone. He took my place." As in, Naruto just suddenly says, "Now then." As in, the eyes glow, and then a whole bunch of Gaster Blasters appear all around them. No, Gaster Blasters appear right behind him. He says to everyone, "Move out of the way." As, they go forward, and he just says, "Hey, any last words, uglies?" Hey, what the? And then all of a sudden, boom, he just says, "Fire!" And then he just like moves his hand up as they just fire. Almost every one of the guys of Gado's men are basically killed, turned to nothingness. Not even ashes there, just a smoking, like some smoke of where they were, and their shoes. Gado's wondering what does. Then Naruto takes a shortcut right over to him, and then boom, chakra on the blade, and well, you know what happens to Gado. He dies. So yeah, Kakashi shot, Sakura shot. Siren just runs over to him and just hugged. Well, he was walking over, she just ran over and hugged him, and she just starts crying, like, really, like, crying. And like she said, "I thought I lost you. Don't ever leave me again like that. Don't ever do something like that again. You idiot. You idiot." And then next she just freaking grabs him by his jacket and just kisses him on the lips, which surprises him. Well, he knew she liked him, but he didn't know he was gonna get have this happen. And Sakura just realizes this Siren is a girl. I mean, Sasuke was never she finally realizes it. This is how she finds out. She finally comes to terms with it. And she just goes to the ground, and she just, her disbelief came to reality. She came back to the reality now, and she sees it. This is Sasuke, but not this was Sasuke. Sasuke was never existed because Siren used a transformation jutsu. She says to herself, I, 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 she just thinks that because she broke on the inside. Her shred of really thinking Sasuke was still around was no more. Because this happens for a good 5 minutes of her just keeping that one kiss, as in she realizes what she's doing. She pulls away. She goes, I'm sorry. As he goes, why? I kind of like it. And he just, you know, basically grabs her chin, moves his face towards her, and just kisses her, basically. Um, and then lives and then says, "So, are we dating now?" She goes, no. He goes, "All right, want to go on a date with me?" She goes, uh, fine." And he just smiles. He goes, "All right, thanks." And then, on the inside, like, Karama just says, "Wow, kid moves fast." And then she just says, "I knew she liked him, but I didn't know that much." So, hey, that's it. Like, so after everything, Zabuza and Haku gets healed by Naruto. He thanks him, and well, Zabuza and Haku help build the bridge. Everything happens. Like the Great Naruto Bridge happens. Is named. They leave. On the way there, Haku asks like what's his chakra natures. He says water and wind. And then so Haku and him do train along with Siren. And then he trains with Kakashi on some taijutsus along with swordsmanship from, you know, Zabuza on the way home. But he also learned that he can make, like what Haku has, a form of ice release. Well, he form of ice with water and wind. So he makes ice, which surprises Haku and everyone else. So yeah, he basically says, "Cool." Literally, I'm just, I'm just icing this moment a little bit more. No, I'm just gonna be icing this, icing the, I'm trying to think of an ice pun. I'm just gonna be icing this moment more instead of enjoying this moment more. As everyone just says, really? Siren just laughs, so does Haku. He goes, "Hey, at least there's two people here with a sense of humor." He just smiles. So yeah, when they get back to the village, Kakashi explains it to Haruzen, and he sees Naruto and Siren holding hands. Like, they were holding hands all the way into the village, which everyone saw this. Shikamaru, saw this too, and they were like, they ran over and they just say, Siren, basically was pulled by Ino, and Shikamaru pulled Naruto over. He goes like, basically what they asked them, "Are you guys dating?" As they just nod their heads, as just started squealing excitement, saying, "I'm so happy for you." As then Shikamaru says, "Lucky you, man." And Naruto just says, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." He says with blush, and Siren did the same thing while saying, "Thanks," with a blush. So, yeah. So then, the Horizon says, "Oh, Naruto, Siren, you two are, and he says, "Yes, we are a couple. Don't make a big deal about this." As then he just says, "Naruto, you live alone, right?" He goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "Siren, you live alone, right?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, I mean, you guys are just dating. You guys aren't, official, but how about you two live together to keep each other company, so that way you don't have a long time to, you know." As basically Naruto goes like, "Okay, Grant, okay, Haruzen, what are you talking about? Like, what are you trying to do?" As then Haruzen says, "Well, I have no place that needs to be attended to, and I'm tired of, like, having no one live there, so I'm thinking, why not give you the old Fourth Hokage's place?" As Kakashi says, "What? What? You can't do that." And then, basically what happens is, Sakura goes like, "Why would you give Naruto that place?" And Siren, as then, Naruto looks over at, Sakura, and he goes, "You finally said her name. Did you finally came out of disbelief? Have you come back to reality?" As Sakura says, "Yes. Right when she kissed you, I realized it. Jeez." As then that happens. So what happens is, you know, Hiruzen just says, "Well, how can I say this? I think it would be more beneficial for for basically someone to live there, and since it will require like two people to live there, I think it's about time." So he just says to Naruto, I'll have the like some I'll go there myself, and along with my trusty booth, along with Kakashi over here, to pack up your things and move. You go to Sirens and the Uchiha compound, the Uchiha having her home, which is, and like the Uchiha with like all their scrolls and such, I believe, and get her stuff, and we'll like have some people bring the skulls over to the fourth Hokage's house. So yeah, as he throws the keys to Naruto, he just gets it. He goes like, thanks. As Siren look at him, and she goes, so we're gonna be living together. He goes like, yeah, I'm not doing no funny business. Don't worry. She goes, what? He was like, uh, yeah, sorry. I'm not gonna. Let me rephrase that. I will try to control myself. And he just walks out. Hold on. But anyways, like he's like starting to walk out. She goes, "Really? What the heck do you mean by that?" And he goes, "Oh, well, here's the thing. Um, I'll try to not do any pranks, puns, or do anything stupid that will involve you being upset." As she goes, "Oh," which Kakashi thought, I thought he meant something else. So as he says to himself inside, he goes like, "Oh, thank God!" I thought he would say something else, but thank God he only meant that. And Siren just says, "All right, let's go." So they go. They get like some boxes, which they ask like some like shop owners if they had like any boxes or such, and they see Naruto. They ask why, and Siren just says, "Because I'm moving, and I need to, you know." get somewhere, just anything. As like, oh, anything is asked why is he, and Naruto just says, I'm helping her. She's also my girlfriend. As he goes, and then all of a sudden, a wave of emotion of proud, and this was a man, so he was like, a proud, like, if he like saw Naruto, and he goes like, "Good job, Naruto." And he goes, "You hate me." A few minutes ago, it's like, "So I'm proud of you. You got a girlfriend." He goes, "Here, take the boxes." And Naruto, and this was like a basically um, clothing store owner. He goes, basically he throws Naruto like a new shirt and a jacket. He goes, "Where? That's for whenever, because I keep on seeing you wearing the exact same clothing." He goes, "Yeah, I got multiple of them, but hey, thanks." So he just says, "No problem." He goes, Naruto's about to bring out his wallet, and he says, "On the house." So yeah, they go over, they get everything packed up for Siren's place, and then they go over to like the fourth Hokage's place. No, Hiruzen gets there with the ninjas. They say like his place was pretty clean and packed, and they even brought the food over with them and everything. And yeah, so and then like they all go back over to Sasuke's place, I mean Siren's place, and get all the scrolls of the Uchihas, and bring them back over to the basically the fourth Hokage's place. And then Naruto, sees it all. He sees this, and Haruja says it's about time you learn the truth, Naruto. He goes, what do you mean? As, he's just, I think I made him, like, found out, but he's just pretending to Haruzen or something. By the way, the dog of my sister is staying here for about a week. So, yeah. But anyways, so basically, he's just pretending. So basically, Haruzen says, you are the fourth Hokage's son, Minato Namikaze, and your mother's Kushina Uzumaki. You have the Nine Tails sealed inside of you. So basically, here's the thing. I did not want to tell you, but I'm telling you now. And I thought it was about time you come here anyways. Which the council, are gonna find out, and they were like, what are you doing? And all that, and everything. So yeah. But, so Naruto and Siren are living together in his old family's place, as in they find a chamber of scrolls and all that. And Naruto's able to, and they're sealed, so he thinks he can become a seal master now. So yeah, and also I'm gonna give him the Flying Raijin and the Rasengan. Well, not now, though. But anyways, I do hope you guys enjoyed I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and you guys have a nice rest of your day, night, wherever you are. Bye, everyone.